started recording.
All right, that was kind of a mild. The host has started recording, so let's get this Wednesday night kicked off in fine fashion if we can. I'm not seeing the panel on my screen for some reason. I don't know what that's all about.
You got it. You only seeing partial screen like you have before. You have to bring it to the
This one?
left. Bring your whole thing to the left because you're only seeing the left side. Yeah, more, a little more.
Yeah.
And then you want to see the. Let's see.
I got it now. I got it.
What did you do?
I hit the full screen, but now I have no prompter.
Okay, so
We'll be right with you, folks. A little bit of a technical issue here. I got it right. Thanks. There it is. Now I'm good. I'm good. I don't know why I did that. All right. Well, here we go. Maybe we'll have to just wait and see. So all I want to know is, do you, RobLynn Live? I'm going to say it again for Axel, for Annabelle, and all you puppy lovers out there. Do you, RobLynn Live? I know you do. We're pushing over 100 to 120 a night on RobLynn Live, which means we're great. No, we're growing is all that means. It doesn't mean anything about being great, but I thought I'd throw that in there for Tony the Tiger fans.
and
All right.
1 second, Chris, can you look at your messenger? I wanted to ask you something. Thanks.
All right, as we continue with our technical issues, hopefully we are audible. It looks like the mic is on the other side of the room, which is good, and the monitor's on here, so I think we're ready to rumble. All right, now we've asked you if you, RobLynn Live, and we got a resounding yes, and that's good. And also, we'd like to remind everybody, if you're not in OES, and you should be, if you're not in OES, and you could be, if you want to be there, you know what to do. Go to RobLynnLive.com, RobLynnLive.com. A little bit different melody there. All right, now when you go to RobLynnLive.com, what happens? Pops the pop-up, and it's Lynn Nakamoto, Lynn Mie Nakamoto's, registration screen. You can sign up for an O-mail, and once you do that, you have O-mail, you have O-net, you have O-trim, the big three. The big three are free. So, and once you get in there, you can not only you can attend webinars here on OConnect. I mean, you can attend any webinars if they're on the internet, but we prefer you attend these like this one on OConnect. All right. So you get 3 free for thee and me. And in addition to that, you have the opportunity to subscribe to OConnect, which is a biggin'. It's a biggie, folks. It's taking the world by storm. If you hadn't heard, there are people from all over the globe hopping on board ONPASSIVE's OConnect. And if you look around the internet, if you check these LLMs, these large language models, you will find that ONPASSIVE is growing. It's growing big time, and there are people from all over the globe flocking to ONPASSIVE, not to
Shopee.
Woohoo! There she goes. And this is day 609er, 609. It's Wednesday, the 24th day of April, 2024. And you're tuned in to the RobLynn Live Network's presentation of RobLynn Live and Ollie,
The Wonder Dog.
All right, almost like going to the dentist there and pulling teeth, but we got it at her. All right, that's right. It's another Wednesday night on the RobLynn Live. radio broadcast or whatever you want to call us. So you can call us a blog, you can call us We're in the Fog, whatever you want to call us, just call us. All we want to hear from you guys is that you hear us loud and clear. So it's another Wednesday night here at RobLynn Live, and tonight is our presentation of the Roundtable. It's gotten great acclaim across the globe from Ash Mafar on down to me, so I didn't have far to go there. And we appreciate everyone's support of RobLynn Live, and especially on Wednesday nights when we bring on a panel of global affiliates from around the globe, and they offer an answer to a question that we pose them, as well as anywhere from 1 to 3 questions for you, the attendees. And then after that, we're going to hop on what's called community time. And oh yes, community time is fun, 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 now that Daddy took the T-Bird away. So we will have some fun with community time. We'll get to speak about anything you want. It's an open forum tonight. We'd like to hear more questions, not just from the panel, but from you folks when you become panelists. We want to hear what you have to say and have to ask. All right. So let's say good morning, let's say good afternoon, and let's say good evening. And welcome, 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 one and all. We will introduce our panel. Then, as I've mentioned, have a couple of rounds of Q&A, followed by community time, which we mentioned, a bit of signing perhaps, depending on the deaf community's attendance tonight, and a song by the one and only, the baritone himself, JJB Ohio Tin Man, also known as John Barilla, John Barilla, as we say in Italian, John Barilla. So we'd like to mention a few things before we bring our panel in. We've got some announcements. We got a few prayers to send out to tonight. Please pray for Ash Mafar and his lovely wife, Ashmahan. Their 2 boys, Omar and Yusuf, for their continued good health and safety. Please, please, please. And also send your love, light, and prayers out to the tech, media, and support team from around the globe. We need them to be healthy because they're working round the clock to make sure that this ONPASSIVE thing gets a-floating, and we are a-floating already. All right, let's talk announcements, shall we? But first, if you know of anybody who is either ill or has been injured in an accident, you know the drill. Send out some love, send out some light, send out a prayer, or maybe 2 or maybe 3, because prayer works. There's so much proof positive around ONPASSIVE. So we told you what's happening after RobLynn Live and the Roundtable. I was going to say tune in at midnight or 5 past midnight for the OES lunch at noon, but that's on hold for today and for tonight. Sifu Francis has a commitment that he has to attend to, and since he won't be there, we won't be there. So we'll see Francis next week on,
I think.
Lunch at noon.
Oh, okay.
Right, but in the meantime, tomorrow morning at, is it 9 or did they move it back to 8:30 again?
I think it's, no, I think that one didn't change.
That one didn't change. 9 o'clock, straight up, 0900 hours Eastern Daylight Time. Tune in, Sifu Francis and Chris Tiazone, and we pray that Michelle Comstra is better and can be back. Prayers out to you, Michelle.
Yes.
For the OES Global Affiliates with Sifu Francis, Chris, and others. Then at 2 o'clock tomorrow, mañana, Thursday afternoon, 1400 hours Eastern Daylight Time, 2 o'clock. It will be Ash Mafar and Go Africa with leaders of the ONPASSIVE African communities, whether it be Cameroon or Africa or South Africa or North Africa or UK or the United States, just global leaders from around the world with a huge meet and greet. Now, this is the first time there's been a coordinated effort to bring together the African communities from afar. And we think that's good stuff. Lynn and myself will be there as attendees, it looks like at the moment, but we'll be proud to be there. So let's talk a few announcements. I did want to mention a couple of things. The OES app has had a little boosty boost, and it's been tweaked and it's been upgraded. So check into that if you will, please. What can we tell you? Also, in the March 2024 is posted in the back office. It's a review. It's a month in review, a complete month in review. If you thought you missed something, you think you missed something, hop on board and watch that replay once, twice, maybe 3 times till you get it all. Okay. Now, let's talk about migration without hesitation. Let's talk about signing your NDA and affiliate agreements. Let's talk about logging into your OES. Check the ticker and the back office for all the latest. Not only do you get today's news today right here on RobLynn Live and Ollie,
the Wonder Dog,
you will get it tomorrow if you check out the ticker. Check out the ONPASSIVE YouTube channel if you would. Now, check out that website. It's got blues, it's got yellows, it's got people floating around on a globe. It is the bomb. It came out today. I think it was around 0400 hours Eastern Daylight Time. You don't want to miss it. It's got all the information. It's all you need to know about what's coming product-wise. It's all over there, whether it's O-Verify, whether it's O-Academy, whether it's O-Domain, it's right, whether it's O-Tracker, it's right there in front of you for you to see. You don't want to miss it. Check out the website. Check it out more than once. We have, and we know you'll fall in love with it. Hop on an OConnect, as we're doing tonight. This is OConnect, and we're being live streamed around the globe on YouTube as well as Facebook. And I think we may even be on Twitter, which is X, and may even be somewhere else that I don't even know about. So tune in.
LinkedIn and X.
LinkedIn and X is it with Facebook. All right. Subscribe to OConnect when you can. Now listen, you've got a little bit of time left till September when if you haven't subscribed, you may not be able to. We don't know. That may be extended. We don't know yet. So subscribe to OConnect when you can and hop on OConnect, because you know what? Learning leads to earning. That's how we do it at RobLynn Live. That's how we do it at OnPassive. That's how each one of you needs to do it. Hashtag Ashmabara. All right. If you know of anyone in need of help in any way, OnPassive help, helping one helps each other. Now, without further ado, here's tonight's game plan in a nutshell. Each panelist will introduce themselves one by one, onesie-twosies, and then as they introduce themselves, they'll tell us where they're from. They'll tell us what food they would want if that's all there was to eat on the planet, whether it be lettuce and tomato, whether it be cucumber salad, whether it be bacon and eggs, whether it be steak and eggs, whether it be spam musubi. I can't even say it. I hate that stuff.
It's a fun question. I want to see what people say.
And I think we're going to be saying, I'm sure someone's going to say chicken feet. I hope not. Jelly chicken feet. But we'll have to wait and see. So with that, we're going to ask them that question. What food would you want if that's all that was available on the planet? It'll be followed by 1 to 2 questions asked of the attendees and other panelists. And everyone's free to answer except Lynn and myself. And then it's community time. Oh, yeah. Community time. Maybe a bit of signing, if we're lucky enough to have anyone from the deaf community, and then finishing off, the finishing touch, the baritone himself, JJB Tin Man with a song, John Barilla. I keep wanting to make him a Spaniard instead of an Italian. But it's John Barilla. So, that all being said, it's time now, without further ado, since we're 22 minutes past the hour, to introduce our panel. We'll introduce them one by one. They'll tell us who they are, where they're from, and what the food they want to eat, if that's all that was left on the planet to eat. All right, let's get this thing kicked off. As I call upon you, panelists, if you'd unmute, make sure your camera's on so we can see you and hear you. And let's get started tonight with Mr. John Barilla, our baritone. Go ahead, John.
Okay, well, I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd call me first, but okay. Hi, everybody. I got to clear my throat. I am John Barilla, and I was originally, I'm an actor, singer, photographer, and a couple other things here and there. But I grew up in Steubenville, Ohio, also the home of Dean Martin, you might know. Hey. He's their favorite son, our favorite son. But at any rate, I also lived for a long time, much longer than I ever lived in Ohio, in New York City, which is where I reside now, and that's where I work most of the time. And my favorite, if I had to eat the one thing that was left on the planet that I could have, I would hope that it would, well, again, I say this every week. It's always hard for me to pick one thing, darn it. Anyway, but if I pick one, I'm going to go to Italian food, of course, because I am Italian, and my mother was a supremo Italian cook. So I have to pick an Italian food, and I'm going to pick something that maybe a lot of people don't even know that much about, called gnocchi. It's a potato dumpling pasta that's made from scratch by hand. If you want to have it properly made, if you buy it in the store in a box, it's never even close to what gnocchi really is, with a nice marinara sauce and some probably Parmesan cheese. So that's my favorite food if I had to eat it.
All right, thank you, John. We're going to come back to you with a question and get a question or two from you for the other panelists as well as the attendees. All right. Let's move on to Greg Hill. Greg Hill, can you unmute and say hello, where you're from, and what in the world would you want to be eating other than sushi if that was all that was left on Earth?
Okay, great. So you can't see my face, right?
No, are you eating?
No. I just uploaded the background. I mean, I tried again and again, but still I'm not being able to get my face on there. And I don't know if I need that. Do you want me to show my face, who I am?
Yeah, you're good just the way you are. Either way is fine with us.
Whichever you prefer.
It don't matter to me.
Well, if your makeup artist didn't show up today, leave it off, will you? Go ahead.
He never shows up. Okay, so anyway, tonight's Roundtable Q&A 5/24/2024, RobLynn live. Tonight's panelist question is, if you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, not a bunch of, one food, that's all it says, what would you choose and why? So right now I'm kind of reading my own fancy little prompter with RobLynn on it, and something I was going to share with you, but maybe we'll share it later. Anyway, it says, okay, and why? Okay, so first off, I would eat the potato. Yeah. The first reason is they are versatile. They can be prepared in numerous ways. The second reason is they are nutrient rich, providing essential vitamins and minerals, that kind of thing. And it can even taste like dirt. And number three, I got down there, satisfying. They offer carbohydrates and fiber for sustained energy. And finally, if nothing else, and these days that we live today, they are economical, widely available, and relatively inexpensive. And I like that part right now. And you can cook them all kinds of ways. And all you got to put is salt and pepper if you have to. That's it.
All right. Thank you there, Mr. Hill. Mr.
Okay,
Gibbs.
and I'm from the San Juan Islands.
Oh, good.
Of Washington State, I might say.
What's that?
In Washington State, of course.
In Washington State. I forgot to do that part. I was just having too much fun reading my little GIF I made. I'll share it with you later.
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much, Greg. Welcome, 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 brother.
Thank you. Nice to be here. Thank you.
All righty, dighty. Let's go to Mel Marcano. Mel, bring it, bring it, bring it, girl.
Thank you, Rob. Good evening, I must say, instead of good night. Good evening, RobLynn, and everybody else.
I love you.
I am Melanie Marcano, Mel. From the Caribbean islands, which I love, and migrated to Canada. So I'm now Dominican Canadian, right? And if I were to, what's the question? Live on the planet something?
If you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, what food would it be?
Oh, I already know what that is. If I were to eat one food for the rest of my life, it would be crunchy vegetables.
Oh, really?
The reason why I'm trying my best to stay off meat, it's hard. Right now, it's white meat, but I would live on crunchy vegetables because it's packed with minerals and nutrients, and also it's high in fiber, and it's good for your system. So why not?
Why not? All right, thank you, Mel. And you're from Canada, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm from Canada, right? Yes.
Right. Well, agree with you too. All right, so we'll be back to you in a little bit, Mel. Thank you, thank you. Let's go to Carmela, the Israeli fire girl, also known as the Israeli Rose. Go ahead there, Rose.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good night, whatever you are. My name is Carmela. I'm from the lovely Israel in the middle of the country. If I have to choose what to eat, I'm vegetarian. I will eat salad. I'm eating salad 3 times a day. Enjoy it.
That's it?
All right. Well, that takes care of that, doesn't it? All right. Well,
all the vegetables that, especially green ones.
the green ones. All right. Well, you know, now we've got 2 vegetarians here. Something tells me someone else is going to pop up and there's a vegetarian before you know it. So thank you, Carmela. Let's go to Pedro Jose Estrada Saladas. Go ahead, Pedro. Welcome. You're unmuted. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, here I am. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that, Rob. My computer is cooperating, just like John sometimes doesn't cooperate. I am from originally from Guatemala City. I lived half of my life there, and I have lived the majority of my life in around the Washington, D.C. area. If I was to mention one favorite food, since my 2 cultures are active, I would say Guatemalan tamale, which you've never seen, made from scratch. It's made proper. If it's made properly, it's delicious. It's different than the Mexican tamale that everybody knows.
Oh, really?
But that would be one. I'm gonna have to leave it at that. Of course, I enjoy all the dishes in America, but that's one thing that I would go for.
All right, so that would sustain you from now until, right? All right. Thank you for that, Pedro. It's now time to go back to Ohio to Twihart and McConaughey. Let's hear from one or both of you in either simultaneously or together. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll go first.
Right.
My name is Dawn Swihart. I'm from the great state of Michigan up north, but I've been in Ohio for the past 17 years. And
Favorite food?
my favorite food will probably shock you, but it's Kiwan chicken pesto bowl. It's full of lots of protein, and at my age, I need to get all the protein I can.
Oh,
All right, and you that would sustain you for sure, I would think.
It would.
Stuff.
You need the protein.
All right, let's swing east to General McConaughey. Go ahead, General.
Thank you. Good evening to all. My name's Don McConaughey. I go by DL preferably. I'm from the state of Ohio, United States of America. My favorite food is navy bean soup with potatoes and dumplings.
Ooh, and something tells me your sidekick there makes that pretty well. Just guessing, just guessing.
His mother does.
His mama does well. That's cool too. That's cool too. All right, good stuff. We'll be back to you too for a couple of questions in just a bit.
Okay, thank you.
Without further ado, let's go out to the Philippine Islands and bring on the one, the only, Tarzan Tiazone. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, hello, mabuhay.
Mabuhay.
I'm from the Philippines, as mentioned by Rob. I'm not in the jungle. I'm in a city that's called Davao, the city of durian. There's no tall trees here, but tall buildings for me to swing. So I just use my imagination. Well, the question, if I could eat only one food for the rest of my life, what food would I choose and why? Okay, so here it is. I'm gonna share a, s- a s- a screen with a picture that I prepared. I believe this picture will uh, tell 1,000 words. It's shawarma, guys. Mediterranean food. We were last month, or I think 3 weeks ago, if I could remember right, in a place here in Davao, and Danny's place. So shawarma is the food, because uh, I treasure the moment with my mom, my sister, my niece. Yes, yeah. That's the reason why. Thank you very much, Rob. Back to you.
Shawarma. Shawarma from the Philippines. All right. Sounds good. Sounds like we've got a well-rounded menu. When we all get together and have a little buffet action or family style, looks like we got it covered pretty well. We got soup, we got a salad, we got vegetables, we got a tamale or two, which ain't too shabby. And let's see, John, what did you say? I forget. What's your food?
Gnocchi. Gnocchi, gnocchi, and it's a pasta, but it's a potato dumpling pasta.
All right, so that should be full of carbs, make me a little chunkier than I am, but that's okay. If that's all I'm eating, and I'm eating it once a day, I'll probably be as svelte as I am now. Svelte as I am now. Not too svelte. Okay, we're about ready to do the questions. Tell me about Sifu Francis. Is he still tied up, as far as you know?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Okay, as far as we know, Sifu Francis may or may not be along, but we do know for sure that tonight, just past the midnight hour at 12:05, 00:05 hours, 5 past midnight, we will not be having the lunch at noon with Sifu Francis. It's noon. When it's midnight here, it's noon in sunny Singapore. So, that all being said, I think it's time to do a couple of questions, or a number of questions from our panel. And remember, attendees, there's 178 comments already. That's not too
shabby.
Wow. The chat is hopping. It is buzzing for sure. Let's take a peek. It looks like in the live stream, we've got 35. And if we slide on over here, we've got, oh my goodness, That can't be. Oh, we've got 60 now, 59 or 60. So if you add the two of those, we're pushing 100 again. Not too shabby, Lynn.
Very good.
Woo! There's a Ric Flair. Woo! Almost a Ric Flair. Okay, I'm ready. If you guys are ready with your questions, Lynn and I will not be participating as far as answering, but we certainly will be here to moderate. All right. So let's start off, if we could. Let's go to Carmela with question 1, if you have one ready, Ms. Schwartz.
Yes, I do have questions. I prepared.
Oh, Nelly, I knew
The
that was
first
coming.
question is, have you ever typed website name into your browser, marveled at how effectively you were directly to your desired destination?
Okay, if I understood you right, you broke up a little. You want to know about if anybody has a website in mind. Is that right?
If you type to a website name in his browser and marveled at how effectively you were direct to your desired destination.
Got it. In other words, if you have a website, thank you for that, and type it in, how quickly or did you go right to your very own website? Is that the question?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's go to the panel. Let's go to the attendees. Shall we, Lynn?
Yeah.
All right. Let's have some answers, please.
Okay. Waiting for answers.
Let's have some answers about if you had your website and you typed it in, how effectively do you think it would be? In other words, would you be attracting people on day one? Would you be adding hashtags? Would you be adding keywords? What would you be doing with your website? Let's hear from you, panelists, and let's hear from you, attendees.
Mel says, I have a website, but have not tried it yet.
All right. So Mel's got one, but she hasn't tried it out yet. I think she will before we know it. And who else has an answer for us?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody yet.
All right, Carmela. Well, we assume here at RobLynn Live there's no correct or incorrect answers, right?
Okay, I will bring you the answer, then you know what I mean for.
Okay.
That's the magic of the all domains at work. They serve as the virtual addresses of the website. Thousands hampered readable names into machine readable IP addresses ensure that user can easily navigate the vast expanse of their internet.
All right. Thank you, Carmela. Great answer. Great answer. And I think you may have given people some food for thought here at roblynnlive.com. All right. That's Carmela.
I have another question or after?
If you have a question, is this another question for the panel, or is this one you have for Chris, Lynn, or myself, or anyone here on the panel?
No, it's another question for the panel. I have to ask 2 questions, no?
Right, but we'll come back to, we want to hit everybody on round 1 just in case we get bogged down a little bit. So
Okay.
we'll be back to you in a few minutes for round 2. All right, let's go to Ohio now, and let's speak to DL and Dawn about a question each, please. Go ahead.
Okay, how many links are in your OES currently?
Ooh, that's a good. You got to pay attention if you know that answer. How many links are there in the OES as of today? Is that pretty much get that?
Yep, and the first to chime in on that is Irena. She says 68. Carmela says 56. Sarananda Das says 64.
The numbers are all over the board. Come on, let's have some more answers, please.
That makes it fun. John says 68, so he agrees with Irena.
Ah, John's been doing his homework.
Mel says 68, and so does Angela Lalande.
Ooh, doggies. It looks like 68 may be the answer.
Henry says 68. Neil Sperling says 68.
Hello, Neil. Welcome back, brother. We're glad you're here tonight.
Henry says 68. Greg says 68. Carmela says 68. And Mel says, I just checked. Deborah Long, 68. Julian says 68. And Patricia Green says 62.
Oh, okay. There's a runaway there saying 62. All right. So we got 62, 68, 64, etc. Yes, ma'am. And we want to say thank you to Sifu Francis. Sifu Francis Tay for that super sticker.
Thank you for this.
From our heart to yours, Francis. Thank you.
Thank you for this.
We're missing you tonight, brother.
Yeah.
We know you got things going on. Thank you, brother.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you.
Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it.
All right, let's get back on Dawn's.
And the answer is 68.
So 68 was the right number. All
That's
right.
it.
Mostly everybody,
got it
that's
right.
because this group of attendees and panelists are tuned in. They know what's happening day to day. And say what you want, I think that's a good thing. I know it's a good thing because we do it. And it's a good feeling to be able to come up with the answers. It just, you don't even have to think about it. It rolls off your tongue. So thank you for that question, Ms. Swihart. Ms. Let's go to DL since he's sitting nearby. DL, you got a question for us?
Yes, indeed. My question is, what is the name of the most recent download in your O-Founders back office? What is the name of the most recent download in your O-Founders back office?
Oh, you've been digging deep, deep. All right, good question. What is the latest? What is it? He's talking video or posting or?
Most recent download, yes, in the O-Founder back office.
The most recent download in the back office. What say you, kids? Let's hear it from the panel. Let's hear it from the attendees. What is the most recent download in the back office? Let's hear it.
Okay, we're waiting. People are thinking. Okay, we got blockchain, says Melanie. So Melanie's the first to venture a guess. She says blockchains.
Any other answers there, Ms. Nakamoto?
Sadananda says local server, internet server.
Ooh, that's a good answer.
Henry's Horn says no clue.
All right, Henry.
Angela says, oh no, I don't know.
All right, any other answers out there in Radio Land, please?
Chris says, if I recall rightly, on the O-Founders download section, it's about the OES, ONPASSIVE ECOSYSTEM welcome letter. And Greg Hill says, I'm stumped. Neil Sperling says, I have a question. Okay, well, we'll hold on to your question. Okay, let's finish this.
We'll have a Q&A afterwards, after we do the roundtable, if that's okay, Neil. And please save that question.
Yeah, save that question. John Barilla says, since DL is interested in blockchain, I say blockchain. And Greg says, actually, I was just looking at what Chris said.
Well, all righty. I think it's time to get an answer. Let's have an answer, sir.
Yeah, Chris and Greg were the closest. The answer, the most recent download in the OFounders back office is the video or download is a feature-rich 360 ecosystem at the tip of your fingertips. Again, it's a feature-rich 360 ecosystem at the tip of your fingertips. That's the latest download in the OFounders.
Wow.
Hmm.
Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff as we roll along. Thank you. Appreciate that question and the answer, DL.
You're welcome.
All right, let's swing on over to the east coast of the U.S. of A. and let's speak with Pedro Jose Estrada. Go ahead, Pedro. You have a question for us?
I do. When talking about video conferencing platform, OConnect, mention some of the benefits of communicating with OConnect. There is a summary that appears on the new website today and is on their bottom line. So mention some of the benefits of
OConnect. All right. Good question, Pedro. And let's just say this, mention a few of the benefits, 1, 2, 3, or 4 benefits of OConnect. Did I get that one fairly close? Well, all righty. Glad to hear that. Okay. Let's go to the panel. Let's go to the attendees, and let's see what you guys say about that. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lynn.
Okay, quick conference is Sarananda.
Quick conference, good answer.
We got a namaste from Bilash Roy. Welcome. And he's saying namaste to friends. And Neil says he'll hold his question. He says, being an affiliate and not a founder, we miss a lot. And we're still waiting for responses to the question.
All right, let's have a few more answers if we could before we go back to Pedro for the real answer.
And hello to the folks in the YouTube channel live stream as we wait for answers. Neil Sperling says large attendee options. Irena says adequate noise cancellation. Bilash Roy saying namaste to you, Rob. And a lot of namastes and hellos going on in the chat. Any more answers? We have Irena. She says video streaming from external URL. Neil says good video. Armin says I have audio issues here. But he's saying hello to us. Melanie says, I thought that was my question. LOL. Thank you, Pedro. Haha. Funny. John Barilla says, virtual background, customizable. Irena says, expressive reactions. Neil Sperling says, share files. So good. We're getting some good responses. Neil also says, share links.
All right, let's go to Pedro and let's get the straight scoop, the facts there, brother. Go ahead, Pedro.
Okay, using OConnect is beneficial for us in different ways. By practicing how to use it, we perfect it. We discover difficulties that might arise when we are running a webinar. And another benefit is that if that happens, we should not only we become familiar to being in front of the camera, that's a benefit for us, but we discover difficulties, technical or otherwise, and we are able to maintain the audience's attention on the point that we want to make. We also can spread our message in a very economical way and share our knowledge with those far away, our expertise, and whatever it might be, even singing, right, John? It's a wonderful way to get acquainted with it. There are 7 tips that I'm going to ask later about that. But that is the answer. Those are the benefits for us to get acquainted how to use it, practicing.
All right. Thank you, Pedro. Appreciate that question and the answers. Very good. Thank you, sir. Let's now go to Mel in Canada. May we have a question, please?
Thank you very much, Pedro. I'm sorry to say you snooze and you lose on that one. I'm going to read it. I was scared. Okay, that's my next question. Pedro, thank you. Posted on April today, the 24th, 2020, 24, sorry. It says 7 tips for beginners on video conferencing. So name 2 of the tips, at least 2 of them. 7 tips for beginners on video conferencing. And it was posted today, the 24th.
All right. Mel's got her question. What are the 7 tips? Did I get that right? The 7 tips of using OConnect.
Yeah.
Would that be pretty well said or no?
For beginners, for video
conferencing. For beginners.
Video conferencing on OConnect.
All right. So if you're a beginner, what are the 7 tips you need to pay attention to do an OConnect? All right. Let's go to the panel. Let's go to the attendees and let's get some answers, please.
All right. Waiting, they're thinking.
I see the smoke coming up from everybody's head. They are thinking for sure.
All right, we're waiting. While we wait, thank you to the folks in the YouTube live stream. They're actively chatting right now. We got our moderators hard at work there. Thank you so much. And we see
32 watching.
Karina says, "Oh, you're such a sweetheart, Lynn. I appreciate you. Thank you. We appreciate all of you moderators, including you, Karina, of course."
There are 97 here right now between OConnect and YouTube. Thank you.
Very good.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's see. We got some answer here. Go live is and he has happy faces. This is from Sarananda. Go live. Chris Tizan says, tip number 2, log in early. Just like what we did earlier. Yeah. All right. Greg Hill says, I can get the page to open, Mel. I can get the page to open. That's a good thing.
All right.
Greg says, dry run video call. Any more answers, folks?
Let's have some answers.
What are the 7 tips for OConnect beginners so they can use OConnect properly? Carmela says, put hashtag. Or did you mean to be silly and say hashtag? Maybe she meant that. Put hashtag, she said.
Well, all righty. Let's now go to Mel and see what she's got to say about all this.
Thank you. So Chris got one and Greg got the other.
Greg just put another answer in. He said, keep it brief.
Yeah, so that's 3 so far. So thank you.
Very good.
Yeah, so the 7 tips which Pedro was going to point out. I'm sorry, Pedro. Okay.
Watch RobLynn live, and he has a bunch of popcorn icons or emojis. It's very cute.
All right. So it says dry run video call. So set up a test before you begin that conference. It's not a webinar, but it's a conference with a few people. And check your internet speed and microphone to make sure they're audible. Like the microphone is audible and the internet speed is the right one. It's working properly. Number 2, be aware of surroundings. Like check on lights your windows, if they're open and then there's distraction outside, like traffic or people lawn mowing or whatever it is for distraction. So keep your windows closed because of that. Number 3 is log in early, which Greg, to test everything before the meeting starts. So be prepared with notes and things like that. Just be prepared. Number 4, remember to have a charger. So if you're using the laptop and say you're out there, make sure the battery is well drained, well tested, well charged, and plugged in actually during the meeting or during the conference. Number 6, use visuals to engage, like the whiteboard graphics, to engage participants. Or sometimes, like Francis Tay, have the song in the background while we're waiting, things like that. Number 7, learn to use mute button. When you don't want participants to hear any unrelated noise, you put on the mute. And these are the 7 tips so far for when conducting a conference, video conference in OConnect. Thank you.
Thank you, Mel. We appreciate that. And Pedro doesn't mind you sharing that question, I'm sure. That's good stuff.
Welcome.
All right, let's now go back to Greg Hill in the San Juan Islands and see what he's got to say for the question.
Okie dokie. Excuse me. Thanks, Mel. That was great. I can see that you've been on our blog, which is an excellent place to go, and everybody should go there at least once a day. I was there, of course. I like our blog a lot. It's got a lot of really good information. And DL and I have been talking about some different things. And one thing that's really piqued my interest that I think everybody also should check this out is about the blockchain, like he's talking about. So anyway, my question, I have a couple questions, and I'm trying to make them easy as possible. So since nobody probably is learning about that yet, hopefully. But anyway, how many different blockchains are there? I'm going to make it even more simple. Is there 1, 2, or 3?
All right, are there 1, 2, or 3? Did you say blockchains?
Blockchain.
Blockchain. All right. Are there 1, 2, or 3? All right.
Carmela says 3.
All right, Carmela, good guess.
Sadananda says 3. Don Swihart says 2. And Eileen Cowell says 3. So far, those are the answers.
All righty, come on now. Let's have some more answers to the question that was just posed by Mr. Hill.
Deborah Long says 3. Pat Green says 3. And Angela Lalande says 3. Mel Marcano says 3.
Right. All right. And all righty then. Let's go to Mr. Hill and have an answer, please.
Okay, well, this is the answer. There's only 2 blockchains out there. And of course, one is public, which is decentralized, and the other is private, which is centralized. Mm-hmm. Now, check out what decentralized means and what decentralized means and what centralized means. This is on our blog. There's a couple really, really good posts on our blog. I like to go there and then log in from our blog, and then I can send it to ONET. And then, of course, you can add hashtags and whatever you want to do, and post to ONET what you've been in on the blog. And you can make a comment on the blog, and we'll see if we get anything back on it in the future.
All righty. So there's 2 blockchains. Thank you very much for that.
Mm-hmm.
The majority thought there were 3, but there'll be 3 at some point. But right now there's 2.
And Irina says maybe 4.
Maybe 4 one of these days. That's true, and truer. Speaking of true, let's go to the baritone himself, the Tin Man, the one, the only, John Gorilla.
Could you skip me and come back? I'm having a computer problem. I got my questions on my computer, and I can't read them at the moment because I'm reloading the messenger where I have them. And my computer's doing a little dirty deed to me right now, again, as usual. So could I just have a few minutes to refresh my messenger here?
Sure.
Go ahead and refresh. Refresh. Let's go to Chris Tiazone from the Philippines then. Go ahead, Chris.
Hello. Okay. Thank you very much, Rob. And I'm sharing screen. And okay, so I'm selecting the tab browser that I'd like to show everyone. It takes for a while to show up. And here it is. I think I'm just gonna click maximize on the program that I'm using. And let's begin. In this logo puzzle, only one option fits perfectly. Can you find it? Let us know which logo you think is the right match.
All right. In this logo puzzle, which one fits the blank? All right. That's a very, very good question, Chris. Thank you for the visual as well.
All right.
In this logo puzzle, there's only one thing missing. What is it?
Which one fits the blank perfectly? A, B, or C? Let's give time for people to think.
Let's give time for me to get the magnifying glass in it.
So the options are A, OMail, B, OConnect, or C, O-Trim.
Ooh, good question.
Okay, let's see. Let's go to the chat, see what people are saying. All right. The first, let me scroll up so I don't miss the first guess like I do sometimes. All right, it appears that Greg is the first, and he's saying it is C. Don says O-Trim, which is C. Angela says B, as in boy. Rachel Violet says B. Deborah Long says O-Trim, which is C. Cecil says C. Mel says C, O-Trim. John Barilla, C, O-Trim. Sadananda says O-Tracker. Rachel says C, O-Trim. Irena says C, O-Trim. So does Carmela and Neil Sperling and Amirul and Pedro and Henry Horn and Narottam Singh, as well as Linda Ryle. Most everybody says C, O-Trim.
All right, let's go back to Mr. Tiazone. Chris, what do you say?
Alrighty. I was wondering, Sadananda, where is O-Tracker? I'm tracking where is the option there. Okay. So the answer is O-Trim, of course. This came from the recently April 9 Facebook page post. And thank you very much for the participation.
All right, thank you, Christian. We appreciate that very much. All right, are we ready, Mr. Barilla, or should we come back to you? It's not a problem
No,
either.
I think I'm ready. Is my mic okay? Can you hear me?
You're audible.
Yes.
Oh, good. Oh boy. I feel like my computer is my evil twin's best friend. I swear, it's ridiculous. Anyhow, here's my question. My first question: how would you add users or founders or affiliates, other people, in other words, in a club in ONET?
Oh, how do you add users to your ONET clubs? Whoa, that's a good one. How do you add users to your ONET club? Is that pretty much it in a nutshell?
That's it.
Okay. We're waiting for the answers to come in. Give people some time to think. All right. Neil Sperling says, invite friends. Greg Hill says, send them an invite link. Carmela says, invite them. Irena says, invite link. Don Swihart says, invite. Any more answers?
All right. Do we have any more answers?
Deborah Long says, invite or join link. Gustavo is here. Hi, Gustavo. He says, users, affiliates, and friends.
Very good answer.
Waiting for more answers. Any more?
Let's go back to John for the answer. Go ahead, John.
Mel says,
Well,
go to
okay.
the search bar, type in the first letter of their name, and choose. Chris says, I've sent an invite to Jillian Hanna on ONET, so that's why we're connected there.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Go ahead, John.
All right,
Okay.
John.
Well, yeah. I would accept the fact that they're saying invite. Most of the folks are saying you have to invite people or send them an invitation. But that I was going more for the actual how you actually do it. But since so many people said invite, I'll say, well, that's kind of right for that because you got to invite people in order to add them to your club. But what you do is you click on the search bar at the top of any ONET page. And you type in your users or the person name into the space search bar, and then you click to you click on it. And once you have a name, in other words, this would be after you've invited people, or if you just want to add them by name, you put it in the search bar there, and you put their name, and you click on it, and to send someone a request, you click next to the profile picture. And now some people don't have apparently the word next to their profile picture. So that would be a problem because of privacy reasons, but there should be the option to click on next, and then that would add them just like that. So that's the answer basically, but I'm accepting just send an invite and then you'll figure out how to actually do it once you get in there, but that's all you got to do.
All right, good answer, good question. Thank you, John. We appreciate you very much. Let's go to Carmela. Have you got another question? I think you said you did earlier.
Yes, I do. Just a moment. I have to open my prompters. Okay. How to leverage yourself with ONPASSIVE?
All right. Could you say that one more time?
How do you leverage yourself with ONPASSIVE?
How do you leverage yourself?
How do you leverage yourself with ONPASSIVE? Is that the question?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for that, Carmela. How do you leverage yourself with ONPASSIVE? What are the tools that you use to leverage yourself? Let's hear from the panel. Let's hear from the attendees. We've gone over 100 again for tonight. Thank you, everyone.
And Chris says to John, nice Q&A, John. I should have answered it that way since we did that when ONET is available. All right, waiting for answers. With hashtags and keywords, says Greg. That's Greg Hill. And Mel said to Chris's comment, that's right, Chris, I am always in clubs.
All right, all right, all right. Any other answers? Let's go, guys. Come on now.
John Barilla says keywords and hashtags.
All right, keywords and hashtags. Good answer.
Sadananda says keywords, hashtags. Any more responses?
All right, let's go get that answer. Come on now. Go ahead, Carmela.
Okay. We have digital marketing tools. It's one way. Second, it's affiliate intelligence solutions. Third, business automations. Four, training and support in ONPASSIVE like OES classroom. Five, networking and community that help you. Passive has community of like-minded, intelligent, and business owner who can offer support, collaboration opportunities, and insight by connecting with other members of the ONPASSIVE.
All right. What'd you think of that answer?
Very good. That's very thorough. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Let's go, let's see, let's come way east to Greg Hill in the San Juan Islands. Do you have another question for us, brother?
Sorry.
I thought maybe you got connected.
No, it takes a while to get to that stupid little button down there. Want to open up. Anyway, sure, I have another question, and it's going to be an easy one, and it has to do with the blockchain again, but this time it's even easier. So you're okay. So, what blockchain is faster, the private blockchain or the public blockchain? It's either or.
50-50 chance of getting it right.
Yeah, that's why I asked it.
Don, we have public as the answer for Don Swihart, Melanie Marcano, and Sadananda. John Barilla says private. Armin says, oops, he is buffering. Neil Sperling, can you use OTRIM to market your club pages? Okay, we'll hold that question till later, Neil, but definitely ask it. Deborah says public. Deborah Long, that is, says public. Eileen Cowell says public. Pedro Estrada says, my guess is private. And Chris too says, public blockchain. It's like I would have access to the public toilet easily. LOL.
Who answered that?
Chris Tiazan. Irena says, open public. Armin says he's on his 14 Pro Max. Michael Chada says private. And Sadananda's laughing at Chris's response. Neil Sperling says LOL.
All right, let's go get the answer, shall we? Go ahead.
Okay, so on the blog and reading on it, it was a very interesting list. Michael Chada wins the prize and a few other people. The private is the fastest.
I was the first one to say private now.
I just said Michael Chada and all the rest, whoever. I know
and all the rest wannabes. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so John, you're first. Okay, brother.
Thank you. I have to be first. You're hurting my ego. Oh.
I don't want to hurt your ego, man. You know that.
Okay, the people that said private were, first was John Barilla. Let me go back.
Thank you.
Acknowledge who was first. So John was first, and the second person to say private was Pedro Estrada, followed by Angela Lalande, who also said private. Michael Chada said private, and that was the end of the guesses.
All brilliant people, all of them.
Okay, and the only reason I use Michael Chada in there is because, you know what, we don't see much of him around here, it seems like. And that's why I brought that up. I thought, well, I'll kind of highlight Michael Chada this time. And John, you tried to steal it away, brother. I love you.
Well,
thank you very much.
It's all good.
All right. Thank you for that question there, Greg. Appreciate it. Let's go to Double Mel. Mel, do you have another question for us?
The mic. That mic. Yes, I do, Rob. Let me pull it up.
I'm Rob. Mike is my second cousin.
Okay. Profile internet. What info does, since we are going to own it soon, I mean, we're already there, but since all of us are pushing that way as our social media platform, what info does profile contain? What info does your profile, like your profile in ONET contain? So what info does profile contain in ONET? What info? There's a couple of infos when you go into the profile in ONET. What does it contain? What do you see when you go into profile?
All right, I got it. What do you see in the profile when you go to? Did you say OConnect? Did I get
In
that one?
ONET. ONET.
ONET. I'm sorry, in ONET.
That's
All
okay.
right.
Let's see what we got.
All right, Lynn, have you got some answers for
Oh,
us?
Neil wants to say to us, by the way, Lynn, I have the answer to my question. How can you use OTRIM to market your club pages? Smile. Here's a smile emoji. All right.
All right, good stuff.
Armin says, I'm excited for tomorrow.
And that bears repeating once again. All I was doing was sitting here. I didn't even move. Wow. Ooh. Well, we got a little bit of technical difficulties as everything fell off the table, electronic, except for the computers. I was just sitting. Amazing. Well, we got magic going on in the air here. All right. Everything's okay now. We're back to square one or square two.
Do you want me to read the question again, Rob?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So we are going to own it. We're supposed to be going there and doing our homework. So that's why I bring up those questions. We have to. Sorry. What info does profile contain in ONET? So when we go to ONET, we see profile. What do we see in profile in ONET? If anybody had been there. Chris?
All right. When we're in ONET, what do we see in the profile? Did I get that right?
Yes, sir. You got it right the first time. It's just I'm not seeing any answers really, except maybe two set of people.
Well, let's go to Miss Nakamoto and see what she has to say.
Yeah, I think there's some guesses there.
Yeah.
Let me scroll up a bit.
As she's doing that, let me remind you there are 108 of you here right now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sarananda says address, phone number, hashtag. Angela Lalande says name. Armin Hogue. Great answer, Jillian. Let me thinks. Eileen Cowell says nationality. Greg Hill says club, category, history of when you started with ONET. Irena says email, phone, relationship, gender, and birth. Angela Lalande says birthday. Gustavo says name, studies, country, profession, specialization. Pedro says identification document. Gustavo says your picture. Greg Hill says education, professional information, address, block list, delete ONET account. Neil says we see all the answers that the maker of the profile took time to answer. LOL. And we have Nurul Amin saying good morning. Carmela says birthday. Chris Tiazan says ONET profile section contains a bunch of field boxes which all called account information. Those are the answers so far.
Yeah.
All righty. Let's go to Mel. Let's get the real scoop, shall we?
Yeah, quite a few people are kind of right. It says, I'm going according to what I see in the Q&A. There's frequently asked questions and answers in the back office in onpassive.com. It says your public profile includes your name, gender. Some people answered that. Profile picture, and networks. And it says it's public, right? So in ONET, it will become public to everyone. So some of this info helps us to connect with you. I mean, with us, affiliates and those who sign up for ONET. And your name and profile pic allows people to recognize you. That's the answer. So your pic, your network, and your gender. That's all I see. And your name, sorry.
And your name. Okay, very good. Thank you for that question and answer, Ms. Marcano. Let's go to Pedro Estrada. Pedro, have you got a second question for us, brother?
Sure. Yeah, this relates to OConnect and the date of and the release of the present version that we are using. Can you give the date when it was released and the hour, if you can?
Ooh, that's in detail. What is the time and the date of the latest version we have of OConnect? Did I get that one right? I think I did. All right.
Okay, we're waiting.
What is the date and time of the newest version in OConnect? Go ahead, everybody. Let's have some answers.
Okay. Waiting for the answers. Gustavo is a it's a different language word, right? Gustavo is a Soxy SOA, but also business network. Mel says April 24, 2024. Not sure what time though. Don Swihart says the most recent, LOL. And John Barilla says recently, don't know the exact day or time. We have Narotam Singh saying mind-blowing session. Thank you, Narotam. Very nice of you.
Lots of good questions and lots of good answers. That's the way we like it here.
Right. Angela Lalande says March 14, 2024. Any more guesses of dates and times? Let's see. So far, just Mel says April 24 and Angela says March 14. Those are the two dates that have been responses so far with actual dates there.
All right.
No, I don't see any more responses.
Okay, let's have the answer, shall we? Go ahead there.
Okay, on the section news on the OES is the bottom line of all the information. When you go to your links and whatnot, if you go to the news, that's where you find it. OConnect was released. Angela Leland had it. March 14 at 1:45 a.m. Probably Eastern
March
time.
14th at 01:45 a.m. Thank you, Pedro.
Good job, Angela.
And good job, Angela, of course. All right, thank you, Pedro. Appreciate that question and everybody's answers. Let's now go back to Ohio to Dawn and DL. Whoever wants to be first, go first. You have a second question?
Okay. Let's see. What is the name of the most popular video in O Media currently?
Ooh, what is the name of the most popular video in O Media? All right. Good question, Dawn. Let's go to the panel. Let's go to the attendees, shall we? We shall.
Is it ONPASSIVE?
Oh, you have Mohammed Nazmul Islam. Hi. He says, good morning, dear Lynn, ma'am. Good morning to you. And Mel says, I flopped LOL on the last question. That's good you made a guess, Mel. That's fine. Gayatri Samantha's here saying, good morning, everyone on Passive Family. Good morning to you. Waiting for answers.
Let me repeat the question if I may. What is the most popular video in O media right now?
Anybody can go and look and check.
Well, true.
No worries, Melanie, says Angela Lalan. Aw, isn't she sweet? Irena says, the future of internet. Greg Hill says, stumped big time. Mel says, is it the all-in-one?
Ooh, good answer.
Guess away, you guys. It's the fun of it.
Let's have a few more answers before we go back for the real answer. What is the most popular video in O media to date?
Jillian says, LOL.
All right. Is LOL playing now? I didn't know.
I don't see any more answers. It's a tough one.
All right, Dawn, we're back to you for the answer.
The future of internet, from vision to reality, ONPASSIVE soars to new heights.
Okay, so Irena got that. She said
Yeah.
the future of internet. Congratulations, Irena. All right, next question.
All right, here we go. Let's go to DL.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. My question is pretty simple this time. What is OChat and what is its primary function? What is OChat? What is its primary function?
Okay, what is OChat and what is the function of OChat? Who knows the answer to that one? OChat is coming soon.
All right, and then Mel says, man, Irena, next time I'll copy you. That's funny, Mel. Way to go, Irena, says Angela. And Irena's dancing. She's got those dancing emojis. Very
Yeah,
cute.
we like dancing.
Yeah. And Angela says, you too, Greg Hill. No worries. And all right, we're waiting for more guesses. Come on, folks. Make those guesses. Is it a OES helper guide in details? That's what Gustavo says. OES helper guide in details. Anybody else?
All right, any other answers? If not, DL, lay it on us, brother.
What was the
close.
question? Oh, Irena says, what was the question? Could you say the question again?
Yes, what is OChat and what is its primary function?
What is OChat and what is the primary function of OChat?
Oh, okay. Neil says OMedia and OChat do not seem to be available to non-founders. So OMedia, there's OMedia, a specific OMedia YouTube channel, and these videos we're referencing are on that YouTube channel. So just type in OMedia, you'll see the YouTube channel, and you'll have access to all of that. And OChat is available to both founders and non-founders. OChat is available in the OES, and of course the OES is open to users, affiliates, as well as early bird affiliates. So yes, you do have access to OChat. When you go into OES, you're going to see a little icon. I guess you call it an icon. It looks like a cute little robot, and it covers the OConnect icon, or OConnect tab. So you'll see you can click on the OChat bot, and you can move it around, slide it around to somewhere that's not in the way. But if you want to interact with it, you click on the OChat bot, and you can ask questions of it. So,
all right. Well, it sounds like you're giving the answer for everybody, right?
Oh, well, it wasn't the question. It's his question. That doesn't.
Was about OChat.
Yeah, it's about OChat.
Okay, very good. Let's have what you feel the answer is there, DL.
I miss you, Seema.
OChat, it's basically your virtual assistant in your ONPASSIVE ecosystem, and it's your go-to if you want to raise a ticket to support.
That it is. That it is. It's got multi-purposes.
So I'm correct.
Thank you. I was just
All right, who said I'm correct? Was that
Yeah.
double Mel?
My answer is in there.
All right, good stuff. Thank you for that. Thank you, DL. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, everybody who had an answer.
My answer was internal tool to communicate. That was my guess, but it sounded like it.
Sounds pretty close to me. All right. Let's now go back to John Barilla, if we could, for his final question of the evening. John, are you there?
Okay, well, I don't know if you can see me, but I see a black screen all of a sudden, but that's okay. I think you can hear me, right?
We can hear you. You're audible. Go ahead.
Okay, good. All right, so so my question, the next question is, how do you make a video call in ONET?
Ooh, a video call in ONET. All right, John Barilla's question is, how do you make a video call in ONET? Let's have some answers, please.
right. People are thinking.
With OConnect.
Carmela to the rescue.
How do you make a video call in ONET? Oh, so Neil says, I was right above. I have used it a few times. Great, Neil. Yeah, you're not missing out for sure on that. No clue. Good question, says Greg. And Armin says, I have too much buffering. Yeah, there's no buffering from us on our end, Armin. Irena says, did not try yet. I have no idea. And good morning, G. Sudhir. Welcome, G. Sudhir. What was the last question, Neil Sperling asks? Please repeat the question.
How do you make a video call in ONET?
Thank you.
All right. How do you make a video call in ONET?
Greg Hill says, I want to find out.
Well, there you go.
And Neil Sperling says, oh yeah, video email call. Angela says, hi to G Sudhir. Gustavo is buffering all the time by me. So Gustavo and Armin have buffering tonight. Patience Oseware says, mine is also buffering a lot. Oh, interesting. Okay, good to know. Are you guys attendees? Maybe it's the attendees that are getting that. Yeah, everybody's an attendee other than the panel. Yeah. ONET has its chat section, but I haven't seen a video call 3. It would be great if it's going to be available by the tech team. ONET has its chat section, he says, but I haven't seen a video call yet. Namaste to Sukante Masanta. Hi, Sukanti. Mel says, upload video. Click and choose video. Select audience and then click OK. You mean to make a video call, Mel? If you want to make a video call, you're saying upload the video. I think he's talking about video calls.
No, it's in frequently asked questions as well. When I was choosing my questions, I came across one of those. Maybe it's not yet in function, but it is there.
Upload video. Okay, but we're making a video call, meaning you're calling someone and you're on video with the other person. So it's not, doesn't have anything to do with the video itself. It's a call, a telephone call.
So you upload the video, you click and you choose the video, select your audience, then you click OK, and just like in WhatsApp, you do the video, you click on your audience, the people you want to connect to, and then you make the call so people can be connected. It's there in frequently asked questions. I have it, I just opened it here. I'm pretty sure it's there.
Excellent question.
Okay.
Excellent.
I just confused about the upload video because making a call, you don't have to upload a video in order to make a call. Okay, Gustavo says yes. Angela says hi, Gustavo. And Henry says there are so many toys for us to play with. This is
It
true.
will be in future. It's not ready yet. I've heard
Exactly.
Francis say it once in his OES classroom.
Yeah, it's there. In frequently asked questions. That's where it is, Lynn.
Okay, I believe you. I just was confused by the terminology, that's all.
Yeah, that's what it says. Maybe they're doing it the wrong way, typing it the wrong way. I'm not sure. But that's
Yeah, yeah.
exactly what it says.
Yeah, I believe you.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, well, thank you for that. We appreciate that question. And the answers that we got. Very good. Stimulating. Very stimulating conversation.
So that was just Mel. Mel was the only one to answer that.
Right.
Okay.
It's
All right.
because I have it open. It's
Yeah, so Mel got the information.
That's how we do it.
She's right there. She's on it. All right, next. Is that it?
No, we need to go back to the Philippines and talk to Mr. Tiazone.
Well, wait a minute. Did I answer? Was that my question or what?
You didn't answer it, John. Yeah.
I didn't give the answer yet, did I?
Oh, I'm sorry,
Go
John.
ahead
Yeah,
and
that was your question.
The horse is behind the carriage. The carriage is ahead of the horse. Sorry.
Yeah.
go ahead, John.
My evil twin is sitting on the side here laughing like crazy because he loves it when I have trouble. Anyway, yeah. So here's the thing. This does come from the website with frequently asked questions. So it may very well be that it may not be functioning yet, but they answered the question, the frequently asked question. It did have an answer. So even if it's not functioning yet, this is what you will do when it is functioning, if it's not functioning. Because this is where I got it from, the frequently asked questions. Okay, so how do you make a video call on ONET? You click the video call icon on the left panel, and you open a conversation with the person or people you want to video chat with. You click in the top right corner of the chat window, and you click start. And that starts your video call. And I don't think you actually would be uploading a video to make the video call. I think when you do this, it contacts these folks, and you're both, or how many people, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, you're on a video together. You can see each other in the call. I don't believe you have to upload a video.
Oh, no, it makes sense now. You click the video call icon. That makes sense.
Right.
Like when you're in Telegram, or you're in WhatsApp, or you're in Messenger, there's a video call icon in all 3 of those applications that allow you to make video calls. So it will be the same with ONET once it's activated.
Right.
Thank you.
It may be coming. That's the thing. Like I say, I got it out of the frequently asked questions. So they're answering the question already. Whether or not it's functional yet, I don't know.
That's pretty exciting. Means it's coming soon.
Coming
Yay.
soon to you.
And I think it's just an observation. Sorry about that. I think some of the things they put in, the way they word it, somebody else from the outside, if they get the free products, I think they need to tweak that a little, because some of the wordings.
Yeah. I agree that in looking at the frequently asked questions, when you read some of the questions, the language might not be knowledgeable. They're just asking a question. And sometimes even the response, when you read the response, sometimes the terms used, it's hard to understand. And I'll just say that because the folks that do our frequently asked questions and such, English may very well not be their first language. And I find that sometimes the wording is awkward. And this could be an example of that,
Right.
since it came from frequently asked questions.
Definitely a work in progress, and I'm sure it's going to improve over time. So, yeah. But I do agree with that. All right, we have Surinder Singh, who just came in, saying hi to all of us. Hi, Surinder. And good night, everyone. My brother is here. Okay, good night, Cecil. Love you.
All right, and I just saw in the messenger chat that it looks like Deb would like to teach a few words of action words tonight.
All right. And Neil Sperling says, yep, you're right, Lynn. And Angela says hi to Surrender. We got Mohammed Nazmul Islam just saying good morning to us. Good morning to you. Welcome. And we have Bala Chandar. Balachandar is here saying hello to Unpacifians. Hello to you. Thank you all. Do we have any more questions?
We have one, and it should be coming from Mr. Tiazone. Go ahead, Christian, or Tarzan, or Tech Guy, or Mr. Microphone. Go ahead.
Hello, hello. Okay,
Hello.
I'm hearing myself. Angeline, could you? Yes, I have my co-host privileges again. You know what happened earlier? Uh, I am blocked. What a
Oh,
glitch. So I entered again with another OES account in this computer I'm facing. Okay,
oh, I
so
see.
it's really strange.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, my evil
Perhaps
twin is my evil twin. I'm telling you, folks, my evil twin is roaming around tonight. There's too many weird things happening.
That's true. Can't argue with that. So go ahead, Christian.
so here it is. Which feature of OTRIM empowers you with convenient sharing and scanning?
Ooh,
Letter
good.
A, is it shortened links? B, click location maps? C, device analytics? Or is it D, QR codes? There's a giveaway there in the question.
I like the timer. That's cool.
Do, 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 do. Which feature of OTRIM empowers you with convenient sharing and scanning? Oh, I think you gave away the answer there, Christian.
Ooh, I see some answers coming up.
All right, let's go to the panel. Let's go to the attendees. Let's get some answers. Let's do it.
And I'm scrolling up to make sure I know who actually answered this first. And definitely Irena was the first to answer. D as
First
in dog,
girl, yay!
which is QR codes. And Neil Sperling agrees. So does Greg Hill and Gayatri Samantha, as well as Melanie Marcano. And we have Carmela and Angela and Neil Sperling all agreeing. And we have an A as an answer from Linda Real. Deborah Long says A and D. And Don Swihart says C. We've got Narutam saying D. Patience Oseware says D. Gustavo says all of the above.
Of course he does.
John
All right, Gustavo.
John Barilla says D as in dog. So does Clover Kelly and Don Swihart. They say D. We got Henry Horn and Eileen Cowell saying D as in dog as well. And Mel says scanning gave it away.
That it did. Go ahead, Christian. Tell us the answer.
Greg Lakin says QR code, which is D. Thank you, Greg Lakin. Good to have you here. And Jillian says D as in dog. Great participation.
Let's go to
Right,
Christian
so
for the real answer. Go ahead, Chris.
for the next slide will reveal. Yes, thank you very much for answering the letter D. Here's the blog, advantages of QR code in marketing. Please read that for uh, for enlightenment. And it's coming from the March 10 of 2024 Facebook on passive page. And thank you very much for your participation.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate it, brother.
People enjoyed that question a lot of answers from the crowd.
Plenty of answers.
Very nice.
Nothing like giving a hint there.
Oh, and Roberto Riojas also said D as well as Jillian. And
All right.
And we had Nita Raj Han saying B as in boy. And I see Mohammed Nazmo Islam. He's saying good morning to everybody. Thank you all.
All righty then. Here we go. All right. Now, are we going to go to Deb for the signing? Are we going to John for the singing? Or are we going to the community time with the group? What do you want?
Let me look. I didn't have a chance to check Messenger.
The Messenger was where Deb put in. She'd like to sign action.
Okay, I see her list. Let me see if there's anybody else other than Deb. Looks like from our deaf group, I see just Deb tonight, which is fine. That's great. And let me look at her list. Her list is make, complete, finish, put, move, share, help, volunteer, service, guide, arrive, leave, wait, stay, sit, stand, and rise. So we'll go ahead and enable the side view. We'll do the side view, and let me enable that now. Go ahead, Deb. Do I see Deb here? Let me go back to the grid in case she got booted. I assumed she was here. Let me look through the participant list. I think she got booted. Okay.
All right, let's see if she comes back. We'll wait a minute or so on that.
She has always has some internet issues. She tries her very best. Right. I don't see her.
She's not in yet. She just wrote me a message.
That's what you said.
Okay. Oh,
I've got
okay.
one question reserved until Lynn, Rob, for
Oh, yes.
just
Would
to
you go ahead?
fill in the gap.
Oh, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, here it is. I'm gonna just maximize the Canva. So it's a quiz, and this was used already last March. So the question is, OConnect is known for providing seamless connections in what type of online interactions? Is it letter A, document sharing, B, video conferencing, or is it C, email communication, and lastly, is it D, social media networking? Okay, let's have 10 seconds for everyone to type in their guess.
Okay, let's go to the chat. Oh, 1 second. Let me try that again. All right. We have, let's lock the chat. All right, looks like hi Balash. I see you saying hi to me. Oh, Lynette Mitten says, many thanks, Lynn and Rob and everyone. I've learned so much today and it's very much appreciated. You're quite welcome.
Glad you're here, Lynette. Thank you.
And Neil said 3 minutes ago, this might be a good time to answer the question I have the answers to regarding O-Trim. Yeah, go ahead and type your answer. Go ahead, Neil. Irena gotta go. Bye. All right. Thanks for being here. Okay, with the first to answer is Greg Hill. He says B as in boy. Don Swihart also says B, as well as Irena and Patience and Nita and Angela Laland and Melanie and John Barilla and Gayatri and Sadananda. Everybody saying B, as in boy. Eileen Cowell, Henry Horn, Clover Kelly, Noro Tom says B as in boy. Pedro says video conferencing, which is B. Neil Sperling, B as in boy. Video conferencing, Carmela B, Roberto Riojas B, Pedro B, and Armin says, is it D as in dog? Greg says B, video conferencing, and we have Sanju Amal Kaitheri. He's wanting to say good morning to everyone. RobLynn Live is doing a fantastic job and hard work. Have a great day ahead for all founders. Everybody is excited and waiting for Go Africa. Best wishes for all. Thanks for joining us, Sanju. Armin says, I can't hear much, but I can still read the questions. Okay, good. I'm glad you can read the questions.
Just wanted to let everybody know we're sitting at 112 as we wind up our second hour. Wow, not too
shabby.
For sure. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Are we gonna, after we get the answer to this, since we haven't seen Deb, are we gonna go to John Barilla, or are we gonna open up the panel? I think we need to open the panel. What do you think?
Let me give her the link, I think. That
Yes,
might
I
be
messaged Deborah, the speaker link. She's having difficulty uh,
coming
getting
in, yeah?
in, even the attendees.
Oh, okay.
So may I go on with the answer? The answer
Yeah,
is letter B, okay? Video conferencing. Social media networking is the ONET. Document sharing, this is the OMail. I think it's the OMail and the OMail. Okay, letters is OMail. And it's from the on read about our OConnect and the onpassive.com/products/OConnect. And this quiz came from the OnPassive Facebook page. Uh, and thank you for your participation.
All right, thank you very much, Chris. We appreciate that very much. What say you, Len? Are we going over to bring some folks on the panel? Or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I think since I sense that people are, hi Deb.
Oh, she's here.
I sense that people are having a hard time with the buffering. Let's go ahead. We'll let Deb teach first, and then we will have the speaker requests. We'll start that.
Enable the.
Yeah, we'll enable it. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead, Deb. You ready? Deb, ready to teach?
Ready? Ready?
You ready? Okay.
Okay.
Side view for you. Hold on. Everybody keep muted, everybody. Everybody else keep muted, okay? Thank you.
Let me see if I can find my list. Okay. Here we go. Well, it's getting harder. It's getting harder and harder to find some more words. So I thought, looking through my book, what actions, right? Make, alternate, make. Complete means finish, complete. Complete. Finish. All done. Finish. Move. Like you pick up something and you move, or you put the book there. Move, put. Share. Back and forth. You take half, I'll take half. Share. Always remember, help. Volunteer. That's what I do a lot of. Volunteer. I mean, I'll do it. Volunteer. Service. Do a lot of service. Guide. You take the hand and you guide. Arrive. Leave. Wait. We've all been patient and waiting. Wait. Stay. We could use one hand or two. Stay. Sit. Stand. Like a person stand. Or if you want to get up, stand up If you were sitting, say stand up, or stand. Rise. Like in court, you can rise, or church, rise. Read a review or get it. Okay.
You're muted, Rob.
I forgot I muted myself. Wait, the sign for wait, we're going to do a picture. Thanks, DL. Brig, Carmela. Oh, she's busy. Rob, good. Oh, a lot of our people are not here. Shucks. Okay.
Take the picture.
We'll take a picture anyway. We'll do wait. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Everybody sign wait. 2 hands. Very nice.
All righty. I think we've reached the moment where, are we going panel or are we going John?
Go John first.
All right, John, are you available for a song, sir?
I am, but I haven't taken my background off, and I have to do a refresh, go away, and come back to so you can see me when I sing. Because I don't think you can see me, right? I got that black screen thing happening to me, or unless you can see me and I can't. I don't know.
We can't.
We have to hear you, not to see you.
Well, I know you have to hear me and not see me, but I actually act the songs. I try to put a little bit of emotion into it. Maybe you don't catch that. I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay.
That's all right. I'll just sing it then. Okay.
No, you can go ahead.
It would only take a minute to come back, but I'll just sing it. All right. So anyhow, let's go for some info. First of all, tonight, now I picked something. Again, it's not really a story, but the story of the song. It's not really a love song. It's about whatever will be will be. It's called Que sera, 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 que sera, sera. And it's a song. That's right. It's a song from a film, and it's Alfred Hitchcock, fabulous director. One of my, I really respect him as a director of all time. Doesn't matter whether it's classic, modern. He had such a long career. He started in silent films in the late 20s, and he went right up through, I think, the 60s, and he was still 60s, maybe 70s, was still making movies. Anyway, the film "The Man Who Knew Too Much," which is a good film, if you ever have a chance to see it, Jimmy Stewart, Doris Day, and it's kind of a spy thriller. But at one point in the movie, their son, Doris and Jimmy's characters, is kidnapped by the evil people in the movie, pulling all the bad stuff. Anyway, so at some point, Doris Day, and it's not a musical, folks, but the mother sings this song during a big climactic scene in a music place in a theater, and it's supposed to throw out a clue, trying to figure out, where is her son, because he's been kidnapped. So this had nothing to do with the song, by the way, but that's what that's what's happening when the song is sung. And let me see if I have any other information I wanted to say. Well, that's about it. I don't think we need to know too much more. So let's go to, hopefully this is all working. My evil twin has been working hard tonight. At one point I had to refresh, and when I came back, I'm always having trouble with my speakers and my computer. And I came back and I noticed that my Bluetooth icon, which you see at the top of the screen showing you that your Bluetooth is there, was gone. And I'm like, oh my goodness, the Bluetooth, how do I get the Bluetooth back? Because I'm not that hip to Macs yet. I've only had this for a while. And I'm like, it's gone. How do I add it back? And luckily I discovered to get into my menu somehow. And I don't even know what I did. I never know what I do, but I got it back and I brought it back. So luckily we're all hooked up. Somebody not muted. Anyway, so I brought it back. Maybe it's me. I don't know. So I brought it back, and now it's okay, I hope. And we're going to sing Que Sera, Sera. Here we go. Yeah. When I was just a little boy, I asked my father, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what he said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. When I grow up and I fell in love, I asked my sweetheart what lies ahead. Will we have rainbows day after day? Here's what my sweetheart said. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They asked their father, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera. There you go. That's Que sera, sera.
Bravo, John. Very good.
Oh,
John is my favorite. My mother used to sing it to me every night.
Good job, Mr. Barilla.
what a great song.
Excellent song, excellent version. Thank you, John Barilla. We appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes, thank you. And let's go to Lynn Nakamoto to bring some folks on.
All right, so the speaker request icon is now working. Go ahead and request to come on in.
We'd love to see some of you here on the panel.
Come on down, Neil Sperling. He has a question to ask
right.
us.
Up to the panel, brother.
The panel will be happy to answer his questions. All right, here we go. The speaker request icon is active. Gustavo's coming in.
All right, Gustavo, welcome, 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 Gustavo.
We got Neil Sperling. Yay, he's coming in. Good. And Jig Bodie. Anybody else want to come on in? Come on down.
Jig Boney's here. Hello, Jig Bodie. Welcome, 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 young lady. Come on in, everybody. The water's fine.
Greg Ligon's coming in.
Greg Lakin in the house. Neil Sperling in the house. Hello, Neil.
Hello.
Welcome, brother.
All right. Bilash is here as well as Gianna.
All right, Jig Bodie, Bilash, Gianna. Ooh, doggies, the gang's filling in.
Very nice.
Anyone else?
Just those people so far, but I think people will come on in.
All right.
Gradually.
Well, we hope everybody enjoyed the Q&A tonight. It has become a Wednesday staple. It is well known all over the globe. There are people that come from India, the Philippines, Japan, UK, Canada, Mexico, even the San Juan Islands, they come. So we're very happy that we're able to do this.
Good evening, namaste. Sorry, sir. Good evening, namaste.
Namaste, namaskar to you, sir. Thank you for being here, Guyana. Our favorite brother from Brooklyn, not the Bronx, from Brooklyn.
Anybody else want to come on in? Hi,
Namaste, 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 ma'am.
Namaste, namaskar, namaste, namaskar. All right, the gang is filling in now.
Enjoy, enjoy. Today's enjoy. Today's enjoy.
Today
right.
is enjoy.
Enjoy today.
Okay.
Yes.
Enjoy every day. You're in ONPASSIVE.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
Woo-hoo, doggies. All right, let's see now. As you're coming in, you're welcome to raise your hand. Neil, if you want, we'll take your question or questions first. Go ahead.
Go for it,
Great.
Neil.
Sure, great. I got a question. When you're creating webinars with this new version of the OConnect, and when you create the webinar and then you click the link button to see so that you can invite, it shows a speaker long URL and a speaker shortened URL, but it doesn't show attendee and it doesn't show anything else. But then when you jump from there to OConnect, to OTrim, it shows two shortened URLs. So I can confirm that the one is for the speaker, but what's the other one for?
Okay, I can take that one if no one minds. The new format called Go Live only has a speaker. Everybody is a speaker on that. There is no attendee. That's why you didn't see attendee link. So when you click that to get it set up and share the link, you're going to find that the links are there'll be two links likely, and they're both for speaker. And it's called a conference, not a webinar.
Let's ask him first. When you create a webinar, Neil, because you do webinars regularly, I see you on Facebook. Do you select at the very top? The first thing you see is webinar or conference. If you don't click on that, the default is conference. And if you create a conference, there are no attendee links at all. Everyone comes in as a speaker. So many people overlook the fact that there's an option to select speaker or conference. I'm going to give the floor to Christian Tiazan. He has something he would like to say. Go
Yes,
ahead.
analyzing the question of Neil, he went to OTrim after creating the webinar. He specifically said the webinar, he created the webinar. You will see 3 shortened links there on the OTrim as after creating a webinar. The first one in the list is the attendee link, shortened URL. The second is the speaker link. And the third one is the host link.
Actually, I think Lynn answered the question because I didn't know that there was a difference between a conference and a webinar.
All right.
So I have to create a conference and then I would have the 3 links.
No, you need.
No,
if you
the
want
webinar.
to have an attendee link, you want to have attendees, right? You must have a webinar. What a conference is it's a limit of 100 people can attend, and everyone becomes a speaker automatically. You don't have to make people speakers because everyone comes in as a speaker. But again, the limit is 100. So most of the time, we'll probably want to be using a webinar so that you can control who speaks, right? You want the majority of people to be attendees, and those who are actually intending to speak would come in as speakers.
Well,
so you have a lot more control if you do a webinar.
That's the part that I missed because I've ran a number of them. Every Thursday I do one, as you know. And,
I see.
And I never even knew that there was a difference between a conference and a webinar. And I've been creating the default, which is the conference, and then I don't have all I have is everybody's speakers.
Right.
Okay.
And so if you accidentally create a conference and you notice that you're going to notice there's no attendee links, all you have to do is go ahead and cancel it and then start again and start with a webinar. Because I've done that myself. It's easy to overlook that first option of webinar or conference?
Yeah, you can do that if you haven't already advertised them. So I guess I got one more Thursday I'm going to be doing as the conference, and now I'm going to learn how to use the webinar feature. Well, that's a lot. And I do have a question that might be stimulating to all of you to that I have the answer for. And have you ever used the O-Trim option to market your club pages? And if so, how did you do it?
Okay, Chris, you want to answer that? I think Chris might be one that probably uses the O-Trim to promote OES Classroom.
I do that all the time. Just that's why I say it's a question that I have the answer for, because you guys were asking questions that you already had the answers for, and I thought, well, I got a question. I bet I'll stump people on. They won't know how to do that.
Great question.
I think I want to pretend I do not know the answer. So Neil, please give us the answer.
What I did is I made a shortened URL for my O Club page on ONET, and then I add that to the bottom of all my videos that I produce. That's what I do a lot of, is videos. I was doing that long before I started doing any online hosting or webinar. And so you can advertise it there. You can send it by your email to all of your users so that they can come and join your club page. And what I'm finding is the biggest challenge is to get all ONPASSIVE people to read the descriptions of videos in both YouTube and wherever else they put them, because I have the link to that, as well as I've made a shortened URL for my Facebook group page. And that way I can keep track of whether or not my marketing is actually working. And that's why I love the O-Trim feature, because it counts the clicks. And it even tells you the country that they're coming from, and that's without even having O-Tracker. So I'm excited about the results that I'm getting. So I've learned a lot about how to use O-Trim effectively, and it's such a simple thing. But most people don't think that way. You know, you have to have a little bit of a marketing background in order to grab that. But sure, everybody can market their ONPASSIVE ONET club pages with a shortened URL, and they can put that anywhere, and then they will know whether or not you're getting clicks and results from it. That's what a marketing expert wants, is to know whether or not your marketing is effective. Thank you. Thank you all for the time.
Thanks, Neil. Appreciate you coming on, brother. All right, let's go. Let's go to Gustavo from Colombia. That's it.
Colombia. Hi, everybody. Big hug to all of you. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. And first of all, what I see now is that through O-Trim, in this analytics, as we can see that I have more than 300 or 400 people click it, but anyone came as unregistered by me. So it's just, I don't know if it's just only an information or it's something that will go to be in the future that the people register it directly. I don't know. This is by me, I don't know if this is for everybody. The question that I want to for sure is for Chris is the following. I want to buy a laptop, and I want to know what is the technicals minimum, let's say the technical, I don't know how to say in English.
Yeah, I think you're meaning specifications, computer specs for short. Hello, Gustavo, are you still there?
I think we lost him. Oh, he's there.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I don't know what is going on here. It's the first time that all the time was buffering, and right now goes out, can come in. I don't know what is going on, and I have a very good signal. Possible, I don't know. Yes, it's the specifications. What is the minimum for actual 5-byted and for the future? Because of course, as much more platforms come to the OS, for sure that we require something minimum.
Minimum is 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is random access memory. And this computer I'm using is 4 gigabytes of RAM, and it is slow. While this one, I'm using a computer laptop one, 8 gigabytes. So this handles the live stream. So the more the better, the memory capacity. And just go with the larger hard disk space. 256 is the minimum, and 500 gigabytes of hard disk space will be fine. That's my recommendation.
Okay, but we spoke about, you said about RAM, but
Yes.
also the minimum, the Intel is right now today, if I'm wrong, is more than 9 or 13. I don't know.
The best. Wow.
Could I just say real quickly, that's kind of the trend right now. A lot of computers are available with even more than 9 or 10. I just had a computer. Actually, it was old, but it had 12 gigs of RAM. I had an accident with the computer, or I'd still be using it. But at any rate, it's very common now to have 12, even up to 17 gigs of RAM. That's becoming what they're putting on the computers, and also the over a terabyte of on the hard drive, and there's even 2 terabytes available now. And of course, that's more expensive on your computer. The numbers Chris has given is fine, and it would be a lot more, less expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
He mentioned the minimum, so I mentioned the minimum. What works best? Let's just be preparing for the 4K video, etc. So the higher, the better.
Yeah.
Okay,
As long
and
as you
what is
afford.
okay, Chris, but what is the, for all of us, the Intel? What means the Intel? That is the processor speed, or I'm not familiar with the
Oh,
technical. So what is the
I'm not
Intel?
also familiar with the Intel. I'm using an Intel here with the Lenovo. Yeah, so it's a good brand.
Yes, but as this Intel is something number Y, that is what we have to pay attention, if I understood also. It's
So
correct?
as long as the computer that you plan to buy is it's like what Marty said, one of his lives. He uses a gaming computer. So with that capacity, it will handle live streaming, and even multiple apps running in the background without affecting OConnect. Yeah. So yeah, g- just be customize your wanting of a new computer.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for the information.
All right, thank you, Gustavo. Let's scroll a little bit more and see if anyone else would like to have a word with us. Uh, anything about tonight's roundtable. If you picked up on an answer you'd like to embellish on, if you picked up on a question you'd like a little more information about, let us know. We're here for you. We don't have to stay the whole night, but we want to stay long enough to where we get everybody's questions answered. Thank you.
That was a
Why
fun
is the screen jumping? Oh, yeah. Oh, Mel's noticing that the screen is jumping today. So probably the tech team, right? Probably working on stuff. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Until even me on this Chris number one, my first computer, it blocked me. I was blocked, then I went in and again in another OES account, my mom's account.
Yeah. So unusual stuff tonight. We're just,
Unusual.
yeah, things that don't normally happen. So we just know it's a temporary thing. So if anybody in the chat want to ask questions, go ahead and let's see. People are saying there's buffering tonight as well. We understand that.
Yes,
Hang in there,
and
you guys.
respecting Neil about the Outrim and also the analysis that we can do who was clicked our Trimit link. Really, it's just like that because as I said, this is a lot of clicks, but any registered by me. I don't know why or it's only that's easier aim of that information that Outrim give us.
All right, any more comments from the chat? Go ahead and ask. If not, we're going to wrap up.
All righty, we'll entertain any and all questions here. If everybody, it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, I think I see Mel.
All right,
go ahead, Mel. Let's hear you.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Lynn. What I noticed when I was in the frequently asked questions and the new blogs that came out today or videos, there's beside it you can put comments. It's not too long they had that open, and I tried putting in the comments today to two of them. The one that just came out today was, I think, OConnect I mentioned, and the blockchain. But it takes a little while for you to notice your comment is posted because it says that it has to go for approval. So maybe it takes 24 hours for them to post the answer. So I just wanted to let everybody know if it's good to go at the back office and read the frequently asked questions because certain things I saw in there that I didn't know of, and it's good to learn that and also comment on, I'm pretty sure they want our feedback on that. I just wanted to point that out as I came across it today.
All right, thank you for that, Mel. Good information as usual. Let's go back to Gustavo. You have something else, Gustavo?
Yes, I forgot to ask. If I want to have a question to a legal issue to the support, is this not more already the legal department? How I can do that?
What type of legal question is it? Is it have to do
with yes, that if I am allowed to let's say to promote net and other things one crypto coin. So that is something legal that I want to know if it's possible or not.
At this time, we're not supposed to be promoting another.
No,
product.
in the future.
Could be.
I have to know
that you're going to want to promote as well. So in the future, I would say, but for now, no. But in the future, it's possible. It's possible.
Well, but I prefer to know if this is possible right now. Which way that I have to answer it from the legal department, and
get an answer on that yet, other than no. At the moment, because they're asking us not to promote anything, right?
Yeah. Well, cross promotion or where you're approaching anybody who is in on passive, that's not allowed. You can promote a business, but you can't approach anybody who is in on passive. If you go and approach non-Passivians, non-users, non-affiliates, non-founders, you can do that, but again, don't approach anybody who through on passive. If you knew someone, let's say John Smith, you've known him before you came to OnPassive, you are perfectly free to promote your business to John Smith. But if you met John Smith because of OnPassive, it's a big no-no. You do not approach John Smith about your business. So that's pretty clear. I don't think you probably need to go to compliance to ask, because to me, the agreement that we signed is crystal clear on that point, to me, Gustavo.
But if we go more deeply, so passive suppose we would go to promote our also business together or not. For example, if I want to sell caps, is this not able to promote my caps to all of Passivians, or how will it be?
When we have the marketplace, we're going to have a marketplace which is designed to help us promote our other businesses you can place your business within the marketplace. That is definitely being encouraged. Anybody else here want to chime in and add to what I say to make it clearer, or you want to expound on what I said? Feel free to do so.
That was my understanding as well in what you said. I had a discussion about the same thing maybe yesterday. I mean, we have to go in, in respect of what ONPASSIVE is offering us, and we can go beyond it until everything is in the open for the platform.
Because we're going to have O-commerce, O-marketplace, and all of that in the future. Chris, you want to chime in on that?
I don't know. So for example, all this will not go to be with that.
Yeah, I want to hear Chris's opinion on that, Chris.
Before
you got to unmute.
In our ONET our ONET manual, it is old. The marketplace is there. We're hoping to see the updated ONET manual if the marketplace will be included. But we have upcoming products such as OMart. That's what we can read about that on our ecosystem. OMart.
For example, the Odesk. If I understood in that time, that we can put our website and what is our aims or whatever. This is to promote any business inside with ONPASSIVE. Not now. I'm not speaking about now because we are not really, but it's just when we are right and the public. So how will we go to work? So I'm very confused right now with that answers.
We are waiting for O domain. So whatever your business in mind, what do you call that? Is the signage. The O domain is the signage of your business. So I think you have a name already. So after that, OCreate. OCreate is a website builder, wherein you dress up your domain with contents, pictures, etc. Depending on the niche you have chosen.
The key for now, Gustavo, is just what Lynn said, that any sales to ONPASSIVians, anyone that's a founding member, that might be an enticement for them to maybe sell as well, is not allowed.
To affiliates or
to affiliates or users, right?
Anybody,
to anybody within ONPASSIVE. However, that could all change as time goes on, which you had mentioned yourself.
Yeah, because remember now, Ashma Farah has always said, ONPASSIVE here is here not to compete with people's businesses. Rather, it is here to provide tools to help other businesses. So we know this is coming. We're just saying be careful not to cross recruit at this time, because if you do so, you could lose your account. It's not worth it. Not worth it. So just be very careful at this time. In the future, the company will tell us when we're going to have these O-commerce, O-mart, etc., where we can promote our other businesses there. So we're just asking for people's patience. In the meantime, you can write to support and ask them and see if they'll give you any guidance on your question.
Yes. Of course, that I would never go to do something.
Yeah, share with us. Yeah, definitely share with us what you hear and what you learn.
Of course. Yes, I will. The thing is that I don't know where I can ask, because that is it's not something. Possible is the compliance department. That is also compliance there.
Yeah, there's compliance at ofounders.net, or you can just go through support. Either way, I think you'll get there. You'll be able to. If they don't have the answer, they can always refer you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, let us know. Thank you.
All right. Is there anybody else out in Radio Land would like to either make a comment, a statement of any kind, or even a question?
Let me peek at the chat, see if anybody wanted to
Okay,
ask
yeah,
anything.
we'll check with the chat. In the meantime, it looks like the nays have it. So we're going
I might be able to add just an opinion, not necessarily the fact for ONPASSIVE, but if you were marketing, as an example, that you had already written and you had already been marketing that, it's not that you would be wrong to approach all of the ONPASSIVE members and users directly. But at the same time, if you had as an example, if you had a website with that and you had that link in the bottom of any of your uploaded webinars that you did, like Rob and Lynn, you save all of your webinars on YouTube. If you had a link to a book that you had written before and put that in the description, that would not be called marketing cross promoting. The biggest thing is with affiliate marketing, I've been in a number of MLMs, and there's an awful lot of problems when people will jump to a different company and then they take their whole team with them and people that they know from other companies with them. And that is a no-no. And they try to stay with the original one as well, because that's recruiting right within one MLM or an affiliate body to another. And that is a definite no-no. But if it's an unrelated business, then if you're not actively going out and calling them and things of that nature, and you have links in your videos and stuff, that would be totally acceptable based on my experience. And it's just my opinion that I'm just adding.
Right. Our only thinking is, and we've been involved in other things in the past as well, is that until we get a green light saying this is okay, this is okay, this is okay, this is okay, we're kind of we're not standing down, but we're just waiting because Marketplace, Commerce, these are going to be grand tools that we can use. And those will be areas where we'll be able to jump out there with any business we might have. As far as in the past, if you've had something in the past, I don't know. That's definitely a question for compliance. I don't want to step on legal's feet here, or my own tongue.
Yeah.
But
have that answer from ONPASSIVE now, to be more clear. Of course, that is we cannot do and to approach as Neil, if I understood, to come and try to bring people for our aims out of. Of course, that is something totally illegal. But I will go to ask, and then if I have the answer, I will go to share with all of you.
That'd be wonderful. Thank you so
thanks.
much.
Appreciate it.
And I just noticed Richard Lamotte is here, and continue to pay for Richard. We understand he got his oxygen machine, so that's something for all of us to be grateful for, that he got what he needs. So we're happy about that.
Good stuff, Richard. Good stuff. Bite me, buddy. Bite me.
And we also are happy to see that Anita Franshaw is here. She made it into OConnect tonight. That's something because we love Anita, and she knows she's part of us, and she has a hard time coming in. But when she comes in, we're so happy for her. We love you, Anita. And Richard Lamotte says, still buffering, will stay on YouTube. Love all of you from the bottom of my heart. We love you too, Richard. I'm glad you at least got to poke your head in here. Thank you. And Pedro's coming right back into the panel.
All right. Let me scroll up and down and around the town and see. I don't see any other hands yet. So I think we're going to call the ball, as they say, call the game.
Yes.
And we're very grateful for as many folks as come. It seems like we're getting stronger and stronger in numbers and in comments, and the questions are getting more in depth. That's good stuff. That tells us, not that we're anything special, but it tells me, and I think it tells Lynn as well, that you guys are focused, you're tuned in, you're plugged in, whatever you want to call it. And whenever the ball, like they say at Times Square, falls, and this thing goes viral to the world, which is very, very soon, we're all going to be in a good place. So again, thanks for being here. Thanks for being focused. Thanks for staying in touch, asking the questions you do.
And we want to say hello to Sita Ram Sarkar. Thank you for turning your camera on. Namaste, Sita Ram. Namaste. Thank you for being here.
All right, all right, all right. We love the fact that folks from India are coming in, from Israel, Pakistan, Philippines, sunny Singapore, and Canada, of course. If I don't mention Canada, I think I'm going to get the hook. So, and Canada as well. And, we'll be back tomorrow night, Thursday night, with another topic, which we hope will get the minds very much stimulated. And I think tomorrow at 2 p.m., the Go Africa is going to be very stimulating. You're going to hear from people that maybe are in countries that need help with this, help with that. You're also going to hear from, I think, some of the African countries, the different countries' leaders, and they'll share with you what they're going through as well.
All right, and I want to clarify something. Someone had said in our chat that Richard got his oxygen machine, and I just took it as fact. But Richard says in the YouTube chat, he says, love all of you from the bottom of my heart. And he says, no, I don't have oxygen machine yet. Going for tests on April 30. So everybody send good vibes and prayers his way, because he really does need the oxygen machine.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you again for being here. We're going to say salute to all military veterans, salute to all active duty military, salute to all first responders, and you know it's coming, it's coming. Salute to every one of you for being here. Thank you.
Wow, 33 still in the YouTube live stream, as well as we have folks in Facebook, LinkedIn, and
that makes 91 plus right here, right now, after 2 hours and 28 minutes. Not too shabby, Lynn.
Not too shabby.
So, thanks for everybody.
Oh, somebody's wanting to talk.
Go ahead.
Who's speaking? Go ahead.
I just said good job and thanks, everyone.
Oh, thank you for joining us, Neil. I'm
Appreciate
glad.
you stopping on by, brother.
Thanks for asking a question, and thanks for answering a question. Appreciate
Good
it.
stuff. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm so thankful because it's too much love here. I love it.
All right, thank you for being here,
Thank
Gustavo.
you for being
mean a
with
lot to
us. Thank you for always being with us, Gustavo. We enjoy
pleasure.
it. We appreciate you, Gustavo.
All right, now on that note, let's unmute and let's say good night, good morning, good afternoon, arrivederci, bon voyage, whatever you feel like saying.
All right.
Thank you. Buenas noches, everybody.
Good night. Good afternoon. Arrivederci.
Good night, John. Thanks for your song. It was great, man.
Good night, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Right.
Don't forget, you can get anything that you want at Ashmafar's restaurant.
Good night, Pedro.
My evil twin has frozen me.
Yeah, he kicked me off tonight.
Yeah, I'm completely frozen. Look at that.
Fiona, hi, Fiona.
Thanks, Deborah.
Roberto Riojas.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Ian and Pilar.
Good
night. Good night. Good night.
Good night, lady. Good night, lady. You belong to you now. Bum, 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 bum.
I saved the chat. All right. Take care, everybody. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, and we're out of here.
1 and a 2 and a 3.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I love